It's 6 o'clock and we start tonight with a weather impact alert across central Indiana tonight. And you can see it here. Check out the heat index. Feeling close to triple digits tonight with more to come as we look ahead.
So we want to start here in the Weather Center tonight at 6. Angela's tracking the potential of severe storms in addition to this brutal heat index.
The heat is brutal. It feels like close to 100, as you mentioned. Yeah. And yes, we have the possibility of more severe storms. Had a round last night that brought some trees down across parts of Morgan and Johnson counties. National Weather Service was out to survey that damage today. Inconclusive. So either a brief tornado touchdown or the fact that it was straight line wind, but it did do some damage, and that possibility with us tonight and again tomorrow night. Heat index values well into the 90s, feeling like 98 in Bedford, feeling like 96 in Indianapolis. This is that new information from the Storm Prediction Center. They have extended the severe thunderstorm watch east to include a good part of the northern half of Indiana. These watches extend into portions of Michigan, back through Illinois, all the way up through Minnesota, highlighted in pink. Those are tornado watches. So yes, we are under the threat of severe weather and all modes of severe weather in play. This is the line that we're tracking that will have an impact across the northern half of the state over the next couple of hours. Then we get a second line of storms that will get here after midnight. I'll have that timeline and the threats in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Angela, thanks so much. Want to remind our friends at home that you can stream our new live local radar 24/7. You can watch the storms as they roll in anytime around the clock.
You can also check the forecast whenever you want 24/7. To do all this, just download the free WTHR streaming app. You can do so on your TV. Well, speaking to kids at Dozens of Young Men Inc. Summer Empowerment Camp today, the police chief called on the kids to make responsible decisions and to make sure that they're staying away from guns.
Our Brandon Schaff explains tonight what lessons kids learned as the IMPD chief answered their questions, all in an effort to prevent violence.
Gathered downstairs at the Great Commission Church of God, IMPD Chief Tanya Terry spoke to Indy's youth about how they can grow up to become responsible young men. She says preventing crime goes beyond the work her officers do to keep streets safe.
It's everybody in this city that's responsible for public safety. And it goes all the way down from you all, your parents, your families. Yes. All of us are responsible for what happens because we all make choices every day.
Terry expressed the importance of parents being involved in their kids' lives and kids knowing actions have consequences.
Every choice has an impact on their future, and that they need to care enough about themselves to make the hard decisions and make them early. And they need to surround themselves with people who care about them as much as they care about themselves.
After opening up the floor to questions, several kids asked Terry about her law enforcement career. She shared the hardest part of police work is seeing people hurt by violence, but the most rewarding part is helping to prevent it. At Young Men Inc.'s Summer Empowerment Camp, kids learn discipline to keep them out of trouble.
If I've never found this camp, I'd probably be out somewhere just doing whatever.
Participants learning life lessons during IMPD's visit.
Patience is important and having respect is the key.
And throughout the rest of camp, which runs through August 3rd.
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Once it's time to head home, these young men are now challenged to take what they learned as a part of this summer empowerment camp and what they heard from IMPD and apply it to their daily lives. Reporting here in Martindale-Brightwood, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Chief Terry told Brandon that this camp teaches kids the value of human life, which can help reduce violence. Kids will gather for camp again tomorrow and then meet Tuesday through Thursday throughout the summer.
A man now is formally charged in a hit and run that killed a 6-year-old boy. 22-year-old Tyler Johnson is facing one count of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death or catastrophic injury. He's accused of hitting and killing 6-year-old Jari Spencer near Washington and German Church Road on Sunday morning. Court documents reveal that the driver told investigators he allegedly remembered hitting something on his way home from a storage unit, but thought that he hit an animal and he didn't stop. He is due in court tomorrow morning. Tonight, the spike in heat oftentimes leads to a spike in crime.
So the FBI is telling us they see this every year and are now rolling out their nationwide summer enforcement campaign again this year. Tonight, our Ashton Hackman shows us how the feds are trying to get out ahead of it.
40-year-old Lamar Browning is the last of the Crown Hill enterprise yet to be arrested. Browning, one of 12 people federally indicted in a notorious drug and racketeering operation on the near north side of Indianapolis. He's wanted for conspiracy to distribute controlled substances.
We have a fugitive who we haven't been able to arrest. He was indicted about a year ago, so he's facing federal charges. And he's been on the loose for about a year.
On the loose and now on the radar, Browning, one of several wanted and dangerous suspects the FBI is after during Operation Summer Heat, the nationwide initiative bringing together federal, state, and local agencies to combat the summer uptick in crime.
We often see an uptick in violence, especially gun violence, and we don't want that to be the normal thing in our community. So when we say targeted, we're targeting the idea that during the summer, we encounter an increase in this problem, and we're trying to diminish it before it happens.
A mission to target wanted violent offenders during Operation Summer Heat. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
A 27-year-old man is under arrest tonight, accused of killing an Indianapolis mom while her child was home. All of this unfolding at a house last November on Turtle Creek North Drive. That's on the south side of our city. IMPD says officers found Amanda Jones shot in that house. She died at the scene. Her 2-year-old child was also in that home. Police say they believe the suspect and victim got into a fight before the shooting. Detectives say new witness statements helped lead to that arrest.
A woman now is suing the housing authority in Muncie, accusing workers there of violating federal safety guidelines and leading to the death of her 2 children and their father. Cheyenne Van Matre claims that proper systems failed to alert the family of dangerous carbon monoxide levels inside the home. The lawsuit says a defective exhaust system led to the deaths of 25-year-old Cameron Batters and 2 children back in 23. She now is seeking compensation, and she would like a jury trial. The Muncie Housing Authority responding to 13 News that it does not comment on pending litigation. In Noblesville, up in Hamilton County, the school says $25 million in funding now is on the line. And that's why they're putting a referendum on the ballot come fall. They're asking voters if they're willing to pay more for property taxes.
Our Jenna Webster is breaking down what you may be paying.
I want to help show you what this would all look like. Noblesville Schools is asking for 57 cents for every $100 on the assessed value of your home. But that's the maximum amount, they say, not what they plan to collect initially. Next year, it would be 41 cents for every $100. Now, for the average taxpayer in Noblesville, that would be $40 more than what you're paying right now with that expiring referendum. It's going to raise every year until it reaches 57 cents in 2031. You can kind of see that breakdown right here. This is what the school says it needs each year based on what it would collect in state funding and property taxes to fill the gap in its budget. And this referendum funding is just to keep everything at the status quo. It's not like the last referendum that helped fund teacher raises and new student safety and mental health initiatives. But the superintendent says it won't mean a huge impact on your wallet because of the state's property tax relief changes. The district is going to be having some information sessions later this year to help you understand before going to the ballot box. Jenna Webster, 13 News.
We had our first 90-degree day of the season today. Another one on tap for tomorrow when we get some relief in your 7-day forecast.
Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce gives us an update tonight following his off-season ankle surgery. We've got the timeline for his return to the field.
Plus, a major makeover coming to Fishers, the business preparing to call Hamilton County home, and the impact it'll have on the growing community there.